Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to a new video of StarCraft II. Today, we're gonna be talking about a build order for Zerg vs Zerg. Now, I know I've been slacking a little bit on the build orders, especially for ZVZ, mainly because there's really not that much changing at all. Like, still people are going for Mutalisks, people are still going for Roaches, people are still going for the early Baneling Openers, and there's really no big changes whatsoever. It's not like everyone is all of a sudden opening up gas lists or something. So I asked on Twitter what you guys really would like to see, and it turns out that most people agree ZVZ and cheesy build orders. So today, like I said, we are gonna discuss the 10 pool strategy. Now, the 10 pool is still one of the most popular ZVZ build orders. Now, Zerg vs Zerg is really tricky, especially in the early part of the game. If you're opening up with a 10 pool, there is a lot of chance that you will just straight up kill your opponent about maybe 50% of the time. However, that also instantly means that the other 50% of the time, it might be near impossible to kill your opponent. So before we jump into the game, it's really important to realize that versus some certain build orders, you will just straight up die. If you're opening up with a 10 pool, for example, and you're up against someone who goes for a 14 gas, 14 pool, that basically means you lost the game already. Now, as far as the 10 pool itself goes, there's about, I think there's like 4 or 5-ish different variations of it, but we are going to discuss the most popular one, which is the one that ST Live uses a lot, and Jan uses it a lot, and Sulky used it a bunch as well. It's going to be 10 pool Banelings. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the game. So the actual build order for 10 pool Banelings is not going to be very interesting, I'll be honest with you, because it's probably by far the easiest build order. Like, the actual build order is probably going to be the easiest of any build that I ever put up on YouTube. The whole tricky part about 10 pool Banelings is that you need to execute it properly. You can't miss micro, so if your micro isn't very strong, you will need to work on it, because it's going to be absolutely crucial that you don't run your Banelings into a hatchery or something like that. So to open up with a 10 pool, you actually need to make a spawning pool or 10 supply. There we go, my spawning pool going down. And then we make another drone. Now, you don't want to make the Gas Geyser too early. Normally you want to wait right around 60 or so minerals, so you can make a drone right after it. So far it's been a 10 spawning pool into a 10 Gas Geyser. Next up, I'm gonna follow it up with my second Overlord, which is the first one that I'm actually creating. I'm going to be putting 3 drones into gas right away, and I'm going to try and micro my drones into the close mineral patches, so I'm gonna try not have any delay on those whatsoever. As soon as the spawning pool finishes, however, I'm going to start making only Zerglings, and in fact, I'm already holding down the hotkey to actually start making the Zerglings right away, so I have minimum delay. Now, as soon as I can make as soon as I hit around 50 gas, I will actually pull a drone off gas and make that into a Baneling Nest. So far, it's been basically a 10 pool into a 10 Gas Geyser, into a 10 Overlord, into 6 Zerglings, and I'm just going to keep creating those. And then at the 100 minerals and 50 gas, I pulled the drone out of gas and made it into a Baneling Nest instead. I'm going to be making more and more Zerglings. As soon as I have a larva available like that, I will be making it into a set of Zerglings right away. And as you can see on the minimap, my Zerglings are already running across the map. Now, this is pretty much an instant win versus a hatchery first, at the very least if you're not facing like a top of the line player. And we are going to make Banelings as soon as we can. So I'm just going to be making more and more Zerglings. And as you can see, my Baneling Nest finishes right now, so I can actually start making my Banelings on the other side of the map. So I'm making 4 Banelings into the main base of my opponent, and I'm going to be making sure that I have those Banelings on a separate hotkey. Now, in this specific game, I don't actually have an opponent, but usually right around the 18 supply mark is when you stop making the units. Now, as soon as the Banelings spawn, you want to instantly move those to make sure that you try and kill as many drones as you possibly can. Now, don't walk your Banelings into a hatchery. Don't walk them into a queen, don't walk them into anything but drones. But most and foremost, you don't even want to really use them for that unless you get a great detonation. The most and foremost reason that we make the Banelings is to make sure that these Zerglings get all the surface area that they need. So let's say my opponent would be right here and his main base would be right here. I would attack with these Zerglings, and if my opponent's Zerglings would be here as well, I would move these Banelings that I have on another hotkey, I would move those on the other side. So simply put, I'm using these Zerglings to kill stuff, and I'm only going to use the Banelings to either kill Zerglings or to actually threaten to kill them, or if I get a great detonation off, I will use them to kill drones as well. So all in all, it is a 10 spawning pool into a 10 Gas Geyser, into 3 drones into gas, then a 10 Overlord, and I make 6 Zerglings right away. Once I hit 50 gas, I will throw up a Baneling Nest, and it will start producing Zerglings, 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 and Zerglings. Now, after I'm around 18 supply, which is basically when I'm morphing the Banelings, Once I hit 18 supply, I will stop making Zerglings altogether and I will go back into droning. Now obviously this is a little bit of a choice that you have to make, because if you feel like going even more all in, you can obviously decide to make only Zerglings from now on, but I would advise you to stop making Zerglings around the 18 supply mark and go straight back into droning. Now from there on you can start making a queen, you can start making overlords, you can start making expansion, you can start making Zergling speed, maybe throw a drone back in gas, whatever you want to do. But you will need to do at least a little bit of damage with the 10 Pool Baneling Opener. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Keep in mind, the description will always contain a lot of useful information, such as the written version of the build order, so go check that one out as well. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button, as well as the favorite button. And if you really have a question or whatever, feel free to comment it below and I will try my best to answer everything. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. We'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hello everyone, my name is Lowko, and welcome to a new video of StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm. Today we're gonna be discussing Scarlet's Zerg vs Terran. Now I gotta admit,